Welcome to Couple Crush. In this video, you're going to learn how to cut and sew a collar with a collar stand. Please kindly subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, click the like button, and share this video. All you need in this making of the collar and the collar stand is the measurement round the neckline of the cloth that you are making the collar for. So pick up your tape, measure round the neckline of the shirt. If you place it on folds, you know that your measurement will be ×2 as you have seen in the video. So as you are taking your precise measurements, please take note that when your measurement is precise, you'll be able to make it correctly. So mine is 9.5 inches. All you need to do is to measure it and confirm your measurements. That means measuring 2 times or 3 is not bad. After that, you need to also take the measurements of the front part of your outfit. That means from the center front to the shoulder line on both sides if your cloth is folded, as you've seen in this video. So take note of that measurement, or better yet, you can take half of what you have as your measurement around the neckline. So to start with, you need to draw a start line. That means on the folded paper, if you are using your pattern paper, just fold it into 2 and draw a straight line, as you can see, as your start line. Then place the measurement of the round neck, that is the measurement that you took round the neckline. After that, mark the front part of it that you measured. That means mine was 9.5 inches, and here I have marked half of 9.5 inches as the front part of it, and then draw a straight line to connect the markings. Then draw 1 inch above the first line. As you can see, mine I took 1 1/4 because of the clothes that I am making. I'm making a shirt for a man. As such, I'm going to use 1 1/4 to meet my preference. And this is going to be a sleeveless shirt. So after the measurement, in the front part of it, remember the front part is the open side, while the bent side, that's the ones on fold, is the back part. So on the front part of it, mark out 1 inch above the start line and then curve it out to meet up with the half of the collar, or the front part of the collar, as you can see. Then after curving it out, also make a mark of 1 inch if you were using 1 inch above the other curve, and draw a perpendicular curve to it, as you have seen it. So the other side now is the back part, that is the folded edge is the back part, while the other part that is not folded is the front part. And the essence of curving it out, some people do cut it straight, which will not be nice when you are trying to fix it on the cloth, on the shirt that you're making. So you need to curve out the front part of it so that when you fix it on your shirt, it will actually relax well. Remember that this is the under collar that we are cutting first, or you can call it the collar stand. So after drafting this out, cut it, and you can likely make the edge of it to be round. Then the next thing is the collar. Follow the same procedure. Mark out the length of the collar as you measured out. Then after marking it out, mark out 2, that's the width of the collar, mark 2.5 inches. That's the standard width of the collar. 2.5 inches above the start line. Mark it on two sides so as to have a precise measurement, and then you connect the point. After that, from the start line, just mark up 1/2 inch from the start line. Then also mark the center part of the collar stand. So after that, connect the lines that you have marked, and also locate 1 inch away from the center front and slant it. Remember that your collar is going to be slanted, not straight. So slant it inward by 1 inch. Then after that, connect using a curve ruler, connect from the slanted 1 inch to the 1/2 inch at the center back. That's the lower part of the center back of the draft. As you can see, as I'm connecting it from that slanted line on the start line to the lower part of it, thereby making the collar to be a little bit curvy at the lower part of it. And if you notice, the lower part of it is more smaller than this other wider part of it. So take note of the center point of it, because you are going to make use of it when you are joining the collar to the collar stand. After that, cut out what you have drafted on a fusible interfacing. You may likely use maybe a paper gum or any other stain that is stronger. So you can also use a collar gum or whatsoever you want to use. So after cutting it on the collar gum, you have to iron it on the fabric. Then while ironing it on the fabric, take note that the collar, you are going to iron it on a grain line, while the collar stand or the under collar, you are going to iron it in a bias form, thereby making the cloth to be flexible when you are attaching it to the main outfit that you're making. That's the shirt. Then you cut it out, trim it off by 1/2 inch around where you iron it. Make sure you leave a space of 1/2 inch when you are trimming it out, so as to use it as your sewing allowance and the joining allowance. So after that, place another fabric underneath it, right side facing each other, and stitch round the collar, thereby turn it inside out. That means after stitching it just as close as possible to the stair or to the any interface that you used, you have to stitch it and turn it inside out. Sorry for that. After turning it inside out, still trim it to give you a perfect shape that you need. Remember, you need to leave just 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch below what you have, the normal collar. After that, use a pressing iron and press it flat. After pressing it flat, you top stitch on it. You need to top stitch around it. So after that, you pick up the under collar of the collar stand, locate the center part of it. You can likely notch it, and then you match it to the center part of the collar stand. Then you stitch it using the seam allowance that you left on the fabric. After stitching it, place another fabric underneath it and stitch. Then you turn it out. After turning it out, your collar is ready, and give it a good press. Then top stitch round the collar stand also, and then fix it on your outfit. So I believe that you've learned something about this video. Please kindly subscribe, because there are more that I will upload in this channel. You're going to learn a lot of things when it comes to making man's outfit, woman's outfit, and many more. So thank you for staying tuned. Please, bye bye for now.